Bali's still gonna be good. Yo, what's going on, you guys? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today's December the 18th, guys. Today's Wednesday, and we're actually about to review the markets real quick. Today, we have to understand that what happened today, earlier today, I mean today as in Wednesday, because today in the market is already Thursday. But what happened today in the EST coast, what in the EST, in the East Coast was F.O.M.C. In my sessions, we don't talk about, we don't know what news are. We don't understand what news are, we don't know those things. So you got to understand that at the end of the day, the markets are going to play whether there's news, whether there's no news. And I actually want to touch bases on those things today. Today, I want it to be a session where you guys can come in and truly understand that no matter what is doing, no matter what's happening, you got to understand that the market's going to do what it needs to do. Regardless of what's happening, you got to understand that the market's going to do what it needs to do. The market doesn't need much people. It doesn't need at the end of the day, we're just liquidity. And you got to understand that you got to play with the big boys. That's what we look into the bigger time frames. And we don't stick so much to the smaller time frames. I'm going to show you guys how the bigger time frame plays out. As we saw, we did see a trend continuation. What did I say right here, guys? Break, pullback, and continuation. You guys could have taken advantage of that sell right here. You guys see that? A break, what did I say? Break and close below 2643.50, potential selling continuation. And what happened? We hit it. We hit it. We didn't hit the markup, because there's not even a markup here, to be honest, that played out. The next pair I want to talk about is US30. This was one that kind of, I thought it was just going to give us a little, more of a bigger push and then a pullback. But at the end of the day, it did continue down. It then ended up stopping us out. But now we understand what the market ended up doing. And now we understand that the market actually ended up switching structure, which I'm not even mad about, because now we understand things like that. Next up, now we get to the stars. Now we can talk about, how, NAS 100. Monday we had, taking this trade. NAS 100. Monday.
But they're like,
let me just mute you. Monday, we had look at this, push down, and then we saw that pullback, and guess what happened? Right at our zone, guys. Guess what the market did? The market ended up, pushing down, and he ended up catching 10,000 pips. I'm sorry to say it, but if you're in a smaller time frame, you're not gonna see that. If you're in the 5 minute, you're not gonna see that. If you're in the 1 minute, you're not gonna see that. No scalper. I don't think no scalper really caught that many pips. I'm gonna just say that. Our next pair was SPXX 500, another beautiful sale at the position at the area where we're expecting it. Remember, the money goes from the impatient to the patient. So you got to understand and start developing yourself into that individual that has a higher, mindset. You guys got to understand that you guys got to position yourself with the bigger money. And that's what we do in Cafesito Trading, as we position ourselves with the bigger money. And something I want you guys to understand is that yesterday, we were expecting this push, and then we saw that continuation to the downside. The next pair I want to talk about is GJ. GJ actually played out so beautifully, and you could have caught some pips. You could have caught some pips with GJ, guys. And at the end of the day, you guys have to understand that even though we trade 1 hour, the 4 hour is the one that's essential. If we actually look at all the 4 hours from each pair, we can see what ended up actually happening, in all the 4 hours. We can see that happened. We can see that this happened. We can see that happened. Look at that. That happened in 4 hours, guys. I mean, literally, guys, you guys are we don't play with it. And I want to show you one last thing before we actually mark up the pairs one more time. The market went ahead and positioned itself. The market went ahead and positioned itself. This setup is still not in it, guys. This setup is still playing, but I want you guys to look at the area that the market pulled back into. A Fibonacci zone, guys. It's not just any zone, it's a Fibonacci zone. That's why next week I am having a bootcamp, guys, going over everything that we talk in Cafecito Trading now, from market structure to bigger time frames to this to that, so you guys can come in and understand these things. And that's only gonna be available for about a month. For after that month, it's gonna go down. Okay, and you guys, it's just understandable. Look at this one right here, Ethereum pushing to that Fibonacci zone, and now it's pushing back up. It's understandable, guys. If you trading will just get complicated if you make it complicated for yourself. That's how we see this. Trading will get complicated if you make it complicated for yourself. And since all the pairs played out for us, if you guys want to start taking screenshots so you guys can, if you guys decide to post me or anything like that, you guys are more than welcome to do it. Like this one right here. We did that in Cafesito Trading, you know what I'm saying? We did a little, oh, so, okay, period. I'm telling you guys plug in, you guys will see the things happening. And I want you guys to understand what did we say last night? Potential sales with XPX due to imbalance candle wick, no lower wick. And what did the market do? The market pushed into that one, guys. And there's another one down here that also didn't have no wick, which the market pushed into as well. And now the market, guess what? Now, if we see a break of structure, now we can kind of see that the market reversed to the downside. The only one that's still active, and I think it can still give us the run to the upside, is GJ. If you guys, position yourself in the areas that I gave you last night with Cafecito Trading Night, you guys could have potentially already be right now. Let me see. You guys could have been about 86 pips in profits, which is still going to push up. I still see some more strength showing up. I don't think GJ is going to stop until it goes and reverse our daily, just like how the other pairs did. So I think GJ is going to keep running up for about 200 pips. If you guys got into it, congratulations. This is another valid setup right here. If this setup is still valid, I'm not going to mark up GJ again until it gives us that reason, until the trend, it reverses on us. Until then, I'm going to mark up GJ. So far, if you got in, you got in. If you didn't, then I'm sorry, but we can wait for the next setup. You don't miss opportunities. That's one thing I want you guys to get out of your mind. You don't miss opportunities. What you guys got to understand that if you didn't caught the opportunity, that wasn't meant for you, because you could have probably or either over leverage, or you could have, maybe put, your stop loss, you could have moved, you could have maybe not put no stop loss. So what life did was he actually didn't let you see the opportunity because you couldn't have handled it. Okay, let's go ahead and let's mark up gold, guys. I'm telling you, gold's just been and it's funny because in this area right there, I told you guys, I think it was yesterday or Monday, that two things could have happened. Either the market was going to push up or the market was just going to give us the major sales. And the market actually ended up giving us the major sales, which we were waiting for. And I'm not even mad anymore. I'm actually super happy that that happened, because not only did it come in and clear all this liquidity, if we actually turn on, this is all liquidity. If I actually go to the 4 hour, you guys will see that all that he actually came and took was liquidity, money left behind. There's buyers that got in right here. There's buyers that got in right here, guys. Don't you guys think that the market's going to come back and stop them out? There was people who were holding their positions right here, swinger traders that were holding their position right there. And what did the market ended up doing? He ended up selling, guys. Let me actually see this for you. Let me see right here. Guess what the market ended up doing? The market ended up selling for us. Even today, we could have taken advantage of that right there. You look at that, right, guys? Like, you guys got to understand that the markets don't play, and the markets are not going to wait for you at the end of the day. So let's go ahead and mark up our pair, guys. Let's go ahead and mark up gold. Okay, so first things first, what is the first step that we look into, guys? If you've been hearing my sessions, you should know what is the first step. And I want somebody to drop it before we continue. What is the first thing that we look into, guys? Why am I questioning you guys? Because I want you guys to become profitable. I want you guys to become independent traders. That's what you guys are here for. What is the first thing that we look into? And yeah, look, we gotta put more attention. The first thing that we look into is our extension. What was the last extension that the market gave us? This is the last extension that the market gave us. Not the weekly, the extension. We gotta focus on the extension, guys. So this is the last extension that the market gave us. Now what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna mark up our daily zones. Now is when we can actually go ahead and mark up our dailies. This is our daily right here, guys. I think we could potentially see, gold still push down. Let me see. We could potentially still see gold push down. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if I see gold push down. Now we have a much clearer daily right there, because we did see the break of structure happening right there. And if we were to do trend chart right there, you guys could have actually taken advantage of that push into the continuation. Now, if we actually look at it right now, the market, let me just look for candles with no wick. Those are my favorite because those are actually magnet zones, What the market ended up giving us as well, guys, is we have to understand it's a head and shoulder pattern.
Leader.
Head and shoulder pattern. And I'm gonna show you the head and shoulder pattern in a second, okay? So the head and shoulder pattern looks like this. That was a quick head and shoulder pattern. Look at that. Shoot. Perfect. Now, since we're in the daily, what is the next step that we're gonna see? What is the next step that we're gonna look into? Now, the next step that we're gonna look into is potential areas. So we did see that the market pushed back into this zone. It was obvious. The market was supposed to do that. Now, what we look for is areas that we could potentially see the market continue. Like, right, for example, that's a key area automatically for me. If we do want to see more push to the downside, which I think until the market breaks above the daily, we're not going to see any change of structure, guys. Until the market breaks above the daily, we can see some change of structure. So my first zone is, let me see. 2632. That will be my first zone that I'll be looking into, honestly, without a doubt. This will be my first zone. So now that we have an understanding of where the market wants to go, are the green the key zones? Yeah, the green are the daily zones, bro. Those are the daily zones. So right now, what we're waiting for is for the market to push back into there. Honestly, that's what I want to see the market do. Let me see this right here. Okay, that one has a small wick. My bad. I was just pushing into it to see if it has a wick or not. Okay, that could be one of our areas. Our second area that we could potentially watch out for. It'll be this one right here. It has a lot of touches, guys. It has been there a lot of times. Yep. I like that area right there, honestly. I wonder what are those lines right there. That's weird. Now I want to go into the 1 hour and I want to look at what the 1 hour gives me. Honestly, I like those areas. On number one, we do have an imbalance right there. And number two, those could be our potential areas that we could see some selling going on. Let me look at the 1 hour. Let me see if that 1 hour could give me a potential better zone. I actually honestly like this zone even better. So we have that zone and we have the other one. So what we want to see is the market retrace because we are going to be seeing a retracement after the news that happened yesterday, guys, or the news that happened today in the markets. We're going to be seeing a retracement happening. And I'm going to just say it like looking at retracement is honestly so easy because after news drop, what you guys got to understand is that 70% of the time the market will actually, push back up into those zones. So we have those two zones already, guys. So what we want to wait for the markets to push back up. And when the market pushes back up, that's when we're going to take advantage of the sales. Okay. Because at the end of the day, we have to understand what is the structure that the market is giving us? What is the market structure? Things that matter. Those are questions that you have to ask yourself. What is the structure that the market is following? Is the market in a bearish trend? Is the market in a bullish trend? Okay. What kind of trend is the market on right now, guys? If you know, you know. Okay. If you know, drop it in the chat, guys. What kind of trend do you guys think that the market is on? What kind of trend do you guys think that the market's on right now? That's an imbalance from news, so we could potentially see the market push back into there. Downtrend, correct. We are seeing a downtrend. So until the market breaks above these zones, guys, and you guys gotta understand the zones are actually 4-hour zones. So until the market breaks above that zone, we're not gonna be seeing. Yeah, it is a huge imbalance. Honestly, it's quite nothing to be honest. Like I'm gonna be honest, after trading XPX and F 100 is Gold is really nothing right now to me. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, Sam, nah, it's just simple, guys. Like once you understand trading, it becomes so much easier. Now, what we want to do is we want to leverage this zone right here. Okay, what are we seeing here, guys? What is one thing that we can automatically spot? Number one of the things I can automatically spot about if potential TP areas, it's automatically I can already see that this candle right here doesn't have any balance. So an imbalance, what is an imbalance? Or not an imbalance, a wick without, I mean, a candle without a wick. So what is a candle without no wick becomes, guys? As I told you guys, I have been telling you guys this for the past few weeks. What is a candle with with no wick at the bottom or at the top becomes? What does it become? Cool, not your baby no more. You got new kids. I mean, yeah. I mean, sort of. She's still my baby. She's still my side. You know what I'm saying? Well, she's still my main. You know what I'm saying? If I ever have to go back to her, I will. Because me and her are like this. And she's the one who has taught me the most, honestly. So a candle with no wick, guys, you guys have to learn to identify those. I'm telling you, the moment you start to learn to identify those candles with no wicks, that's the moment that you're gonna start understanding possible attraction points of the market. You know. So right here, we also have a imbalance, guys, that the market has to go back and fill in. So imbalance. Okay, so we already have two areas that the market could potentially be attracted to. So now, what we're gonna look for, damn, and those are, look at those areas. I'm actually gonna just make a little line out of them, like around the middle part, so we can kind of see how far it's gonna be from it. So that's the first one around that zone, and then the second zone, it'll be around there. So those are the two areas that we could potentially be seeing. If the market wants to push down, it's gonna push into those areas. So I'm gonna just put numbers into it just in case the market does decide to end up doing that. By the way, guys, I know you guys love how the markets are looking like, but soon, since a lot of you guys already know what it is, like what are zones, and you guys understand those zones, soon we might have to get rid of the zones. Why? Because you guys gotta start understanding how to trade from just seeing a line. I know you guys love the zones, so but yeah, so those are the potential areas that I do want to see the market push into, honestly. So I'm honestly not gonna give it quite yet because what I do want to see is the following, guys. I want to see the market push into this zone and buy from it. Honestly, that's what I want to see. I want to see the buys happening tonight, guys. From that retracement. So this one right here could be potentially a zone, guys, that you guys could, keep an eye on. So just let the market push into that zone, guys. Okay. Let the market push into there, and then we could potentially be seeing a retracement to the upside. Okay. So that's what I want to see. I want to see the market push into there. So what I want to see, I'm gonna just write it down right here. So potential London buys for London reverse. Okay. So we could potentially be seeing a buy over here. The market pushes into that zone, and then we could potentially be seeing a buy to the upside. So honestly, you guys could potentially be taking advantage of that zone. So keep an eye out of it. Keep an eye on it. I'm gonna be honest. Keep an eye on that zone. What I'm actually gonna end up doing is this, honestly. I think this is the smarter way of me doing things, if I'm being honest. Because if I'm being honest, and after trading for so long and understanding the markets, I can truly tell you guys that, damn, see, right there. I can truly tell you guys that this right here are possible TPs without a doubt. Now that I'm looking into it, guys, truthfully, I want to see buys happening. Honestly, I want to see that reversals happening during London. So I want to see London reversal after New York sells. I want to see London buys. And those are my two buying zones that I'm going to be looking into. Okay, so that's what I want to see. Those two zones becoming a buying zone. Why? Because number one, we have the imbalance right there, guys. Number two, we have to fill in this imbalance as well. So I do want to see a push and a push to the downside before I pull to the upside. So that's what I honestly want to see. Truthfully, that's what I want to see London do. Let me just go ahead and do that. And then yeah, that's honestly what I want to see. Porque ese amor no se cansan. Yeah, that's what I honestly want to see. Those two songs, guys. So 20, and look at that, 25.95 is a whole number, guys. And 25.88.11. Those are the two areas that I want to see the market push from. Where's the music? My boy, that the music ain't coming to 2025. So stay tuned. Honestly, I do want to start putting some music, guys. Because I do want to bring, some, you know, some vibes, to that. But if I were to put music, the music will be too loud in the background. So yeah. So what I want to see is a push into those zones, guys. So stay tuned because those could potentially become buying zones. Now, if you're going to be taking advantage of this, understand where's liquidity and also where you're going to be taking your TPs at, guys. In the market left liquidity right there. So that automatically already helps me understand that that area right there could potentially be a TP. So stay tuned to that as well. What I want to see is push into there and a continuation to the upside. Okay. Now, same thing, Dow Jones. All the pairs are going to give us the exact same thing, guys. After seeing that massive sale that the market gave us, okay? Let me ask you guys this. Are we in an uptrend or are we in a downtrend? In the Dow Jones, which is, US 30. Are we in an uptrend or are we in a downtrend? Well, US 30. I mean, we did kind of, we're in a downtrend, okay? So now, let me ask you guys this. Okay, let me just go ahead and let me do the dailies real quick. Daily number one. Daily number two right here. And also, guys, I know you guys like to listen to my voice. Trust me, it will be so boring without my voice in these calls. I'm just playing. Yep, longest history. So if we actually take a look at it from up here, from like the very top until here, Dow Jones has moved over 29,000 pips. 29,000, guys. What a number. So same thing. We're going to be looking into buys, guys. So we're going to be looking into buys right now with Dow Jones, area number one. Honestly, I love, and I'm going to be honest, guys, and I'm going to tell you guys this without a doubt. I love when the market does this type of things because it positions us into a better areas. It positions us for a better position so we can actually go ahead and take advantage of what happens after the market. We all know that after the market, makes a huge move, there's going to be some retracement. At least, and write this down in your notes if you're doing it, at least 50% Fibonacci. If we actually go ahead and look at gold and we actually go ahead and look at the retracement that, gold has been doing, there has to be at least 50% Fibonacci from that reverse. We actually go ahead and take a look at this. What has gold went ahead and do? It already reversed it 50%. So that's what I want to see. This, guys, anything below here, which is anything below, okay? So anything below 26, 25, 85 could potentially be, let me just write down here. Any below 25.85 equals selling pressure. Okay. So anything below it, guys, we could potentially be seeing some more sales going on, like once the market pushes down, type of thing. But I want to go back to US 30. I think this setup is honestly valid. I told you guys last night the setup that we had. I mean, it did went ahead and gave us some pips, ain't gonna lie, guys. But overall, it ended up just hurting us. You know, I think this could potentially be another, good setup. And I'm gonna cap to you guys. I'm just being super careful with what the market with the setups that I give you guys. Not even the setups, but the way I do the market structure, things of that matter. I like those setups. I like those areas, honestly. Potential good areas without a doubt. See, so if the market pushes down one more time, guys, what we could potentially be seeing, and I already see the market doing it, is an M formation. An M formation to continue to the upside, honestly. That's what I see the market doing. I mean, W formation. That's what I want the market to do. Honestly, I want the market to push back before continuation to the upside. Now, if you're going to be taking advantage of this, honestly, you can automatically already see the areas where you could take advantage of, for example, if you're going to be taking advantage of a TP1, and honestly, the next TP has to be an area where the market has had multiple touches in the past, guys. Multiple, like if you actually look at this TP, the one that I gave you guys, the first one, the first area that I gave you guys, if we actually take a look at it, even in the 4-hour wise. Okay, I'm gonna look into the 4-hour wise. Because right now that sell honestly was a huge sell. That right there, TP1, and then around here, TP2. Right there, guys. Look at that. The market sold from that one area. The market pushed from that one area. It pushed from that one area. We go look at the 1-hour. There you go, guys. Those could potentially be our TPs, guys. And I've seen this literally. I've seen this type of motion repeat itself over and over and over again, hundreds and hundreds of times, guys. Trust me, like this ain't my first rodeo, like how they say it. Like there's a saying in English here in America that they say that all the time. Let me see. Will you wait for another retracement before? Yes, I will wait for a retracement. Well, I wouldn't say a retracement, but a little continuation. Remember we do have. I'm gonna show you why. Is it that I'm waiting for that? So the reason why I want to wait for that is because of this candle. So I want to wait for. So what I want to wait for is, um, candle equals imbalance. So a candle balance. So all a candle really is slash liquidity. So all a candle really is, guys, a wick is imbalance and it's liquidity. If you guys are not aware of that, the market actually also looks at this as an imbalance, because normally what the market has to give you is full candles. But if we actually look at the body of the candle or the skeleton, what we see is an imbalance right there. That's when I tell you guys money on, money off type of thing, because what we're seeing is an imbalance. So now what we want to see is that imbalance. Look at that M formation right there. Little M formation push down. And then from there, we could potentially be seeing a push to the upside. And then from there, you guys could actually take advantage of those. That could potentially give you as many pips as we basically caught today where the market gave us that move. So those are two pretty dope areas. Like how I said, the liquidity, it's in that area right there. Let me see. We do have the liquidity right here as well. So we want to see that liquidity come and get wiped as well before we see, honestly, I maybe want to see a liquidity sweep before continuation to the upside. But this is kind of like the setup. I know this is a much boring setup, but if we actually go ahead and now we're going to grab our favorite friend, which we all know it is the Fibonacci. And we're going to go from daily to daily. Okay. 23.60 looks like a good point for the market to push back into before we see the continuation to the upside. And 23.60, and you guys, okay, drop a 111 in the chat if you get surprised, and I'm gonna drop a one in the chat as well. If you get mind blown every time you see the Fibonacci line with one of our areas, and then I'll drop a 111 myself. Why? Because look at our TPs, guys. Those TPs could actually get wicked out, and then, for example, if the market pushes up, we could potentially be see this TP get wicked out, and then a pullback continuation, and then until we see this whole, you know what I'm saying? So think about it. That could really happen, guys. So I do want to see a push before a continuation to the upside, honestly. Overall, now we're in more of a bigger, bearish motion because the market did ended up breaking structure. We actually take a look into from here to here. That will be considered a break of structure, guys. Structure. Okay, that's what the market's giving us. The market gave us a break of structure right there. So now what we want to see is a pullback before continuation. Without a doubt, that's what I want to see. And I don't have no doubts that that could essentially happen. Okay, just give us some time, guys. And remember, the money goes from the impatient unto the patient. Okay, the next pair, another big pair that the market honestly had, which was NAS 100. Let me ask you this. US 30, change of structure. Has NAS 100 changed structure? Drop a 111 in the chat if you believe that NAS 100 already shifted structure. Or what do you guys think that, what kind of training NAS 100 is in the daily? If US 30 change structure, do you guys think NAS 100 change structure? I think NAS 100 is still going to push up. And if he wants to push down and really change structure, she's going to have to give us this big of a sell. That means she might just push into here before giving us a continuation to the downside. Once again, guys, the money goes from the impatient to the patient. People, yeah, and that's a lower area. Look at that, because that's a daily zone as well. What the market has right there, that is a daily zone. Even then, guys, even if you guys would have done, obviously, if you know the one and only trend chart, if you guys would have done that one, look at that. Bam, that would have been a banger all over from up there as well. Y'all just make sense more. Okay, so now the areas that I do want to look at into, guys, right now will be area number one. Honestly, I think I want to see the market push down one more time into those two areas. Banger. I want to see the market push down into those two areas. Or maybe somewhere around here, honestly. That's how I honestly want to see a push into that area. Number one, look at that, guys. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful sell that we caught all the way from up there. A beautiful, beautiful sell we caught all the way from up there. I don't think, and I know for a fact that out of all the traders in the world, about 25% of them caught the top. I'll just say that. I wouldn't even say 25, I would say a bit more, but it's rare, guys. And we did in Cafecito Trade Night. Why? Because we understand market structure. That's why. That's what we saw the happening. She imagine having like a $100,000 days, guys, because of that. Just think about it. Like visualize, guys. $100,000 day, guys. I know somebody who made $100,000 today. I'm not gonna give names, but I'm gonna just say that somebody made $100,000 today, guys, out of this pair. Their lot size was huge, though. Huge. The R to R, bro. If we actually take a look at the R to R from today, where we saw it, look at that, guys. Sheesh. Ooh, that's 10,000 pips. My bad. I had to kind of laugh about the last part. The whoever dropped that, man, bless your soul. It was looking funny though. It was looking funny. Bless the Lord. Let me see right here. Right there. And then the next area that we could potentially be looking at the market pushing into, it'll be, let's see. Okay, gonna give you guys multiple TPs for this one, multiple areas. Right there. Those could be those are gonna be our three areas, guys, that we're gonna be looking at the market pushing into. Number one, all of those imbalances that we have are a lot of imbalances. So for that, that's a reason why I do want to see the market push up because of all the money that was left behind. Look at that, 50%, guys. 50%, that's the key area, guys. That zone right there, that's a key zone. So yeah, so TP2 is a key zone. TP3 we could see potentially be seeing the market push up, honestly, towards TP3. That's what I want to see the market do, honestly. Yeah, so we'll just let the market do its thing. I mean, we're honestly, these are boring markups. I'm gonna be honest, they don't have that much action like how I like to, all I can really do is write this down. And you guys know I love my chart. I love to mark up my charts. I don't know, they just bring me comfort. It's one of my favorite things to do in the world, honestly, to mark up a chart, a good chart. Right there. It's addicting. Yeah, it is addicting, but you gotta understand to, calm that addiction down. I'm gonna be honest with that. Bless the Lord. Honestly, I could potentially be seeing the market come into the daily one more time. Yeah, that's what we're gonna see. Honestly, I want to see the market push into the daily one more time, without a doubt. I'm gonna show you what I want to see. That's the type of setup I want to see happen. Because of this, because the market has that imbalance right there, which is a wick, and just like US30 does. Same thing, as that's the exact same thing I want to see the market do. Okay. Now XPX. For the first time in quite a while, XPX have not left us little, areas like that. So with XPX, what I want to see, it's look at honestly, NAS 100 is pushing down so much and it has so much room to push down until it breaks structure. That what all the pairs are gonna do is they're gonna rise up, and then how much I bet you there's gonna be another news pretty soon. And from those news from that date that a lot of people believe that there's news, the market is just gonna rail to the downside. I bet you that that's what's gonna happen. I mean, this is getting recorded, so if it does happen, damn, that's another level of trading. hmm Oh yeah, he caught it. Coach caught it today. I saw in his Instagram he caught it. So let's look at this right here. Wait, why am I marking up in the? Oh my God, I just noticed that I was marking up in the 1 hour. That's what I was like. Wait, why are the dailies being so complicated? My bad, guys. That's why I was like, wait, what's happening? Why are the dailies being so complicated? Man, I'm over here sleeping already. Bro, that was so funny. So now in the 4 hour, we are gonna be seeing some reversals happening, honestly. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Area number one. Let me see. Bless the Lord. Yeah, those are our two areas. Yep. Potential areas. Mhm. If you look at all the markets, they all look like they're about to do the same thing. Tomorrow, when XPX opens up, it's gonna shoot to the upside, or it could potentially shoot to the downside, and then it could potentially give us a reversal. Because I do see a lot of liquidity. I mean, we do have all that gap right there that we do have to go for again. I mean, the market could potentially end up showing up. Now, with this one right here, though, we're going to be looking at the TPs as well. Let me through the 4 hours TPs. Okay, that one right there. Actually, like this one right here as well. So those are my TPs that I'm going to be looking into, guys. That I want to see the market push into without a doubt. So that's another big move that the market's going to give us. So if you guys are gonna be taking these trades right here, don't, number one, it's on you. Number two, I'm just giving you a markup. And number three, I'm here to educate you, not to trade for you. So see if we were to look at that. Look at that, 61.80 area, guys. Now we were to look from, honestly, from here to up here. Look at that 61.80 still. Sheesh. We can escape that one. And 61.80 and then 38.20. Same exact thing, guys. 61.80 and 38.20. Yeah, we could potentially be seeing that happen. Because we do have all that imbalance right there that the market still has to go pick up. Mm-hmm. Yep. So what I do want to see is the market play maybe around here with people's feelings before he wants to actually shoot up. He wants to play with people's feelings, honestly. I think that's what the market's gonna do. It's gonna want to play with people's feelings. Yep, look, we have the liquidity right there, and we have liquidity form up there. That's how I wouldn't be surprised if the market just shoots to the upside, honestly, to create one piece of liquidity like that. So GJ, she's still pushing up. Um, mm, I think GJ is about to sell honestly one more time. If this GJ doesn't close up there, we could potentially be seeing a swipe to the downside because all GJ really did was come in and create more liquidity right there. That's all we saw GJ do. Go ahead, go push in there and then create more liquidity. So we could potentially be seeing another move happening with GJ, which is honestly the smallest pair. So I'm actually gonna mhm. I mean this right here. Unless we see a break above there, we're gonna be seeing GJ reverse to the downside. So we do want to wait for that to happen. If it happens, this setup is still valid. If it's not, we could potentially be seeing the push to the downside, honestly, and a break. So I'm gonna just leave that right there. So what we could potentially be seeing is the following. This right here, guys, is known as fixed structure. If the market pushes down, and honestly, it's not even fixed structure. 4 hour wise, we could potentially be seeing the push continuation to the upside. So I'm not even mad about it because that's what we're essentially seeing. I think this could be the potential setup, guys. Yeah, I think she's still gonna shoot up. Yeah, my bad, guys. I don't think she's done pushing up. So if you, oh, look at the body. The skeleton of the market got in the right position, guys. So continuation to the upside with GJ. I don't think GJ is quite done. Gold sells before buys. Um, US30 buys. I mean, sells before the buys. Let's see, US30. Did I put the levels? Okay. Oh, but I didn't put that in. There were imbalances in there. But put that in there too because I want people to know what is happening there. Also, guys, like you don't have to be live trading these pairs. You can just be practicing in demo because one thing I want you guys to understand, yes, it's not the same sensation, but one thing I want you guys to understand, it will be my last point that I'm gonna give you guys before we'll finish with this. But one last thing I want you guys to understand is that the habits that you build in your demo account is the same habits that you're gonna take into your live account. It takes you 21 days to build the habit, 21 days to, no, it takes 21 days to break a habit, 21 days to build the habit, and 90 days to build to make it a lifestyle. So it's on you if you make this happen for you or if you don't. So just think about that as well. Bitcoin setup is about to play out for us, honestly. Yep. If the market breaks up up there, this setup is going to be valid. You just put it right here. Hee BTC. Yes, he already took off, but in reality, Brandon, what if she does that? That's I want to see something like this happening. The market closing above here before it decides to make a move to the upside. Ethereum, this one could potentially be the one that we could potentially be seeing some buys on this area right here. Into maybe here. So a quick, you know what I'm saying, trade right there. 1 to 3. Like so trading is easy and fast, guys, once you understand certain things. So yeah. But those are some potential zones. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it what I have for you guys. If you're on my YouTube channel, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.